Becky Blake.
I'm Becky Blake, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I have a new website that's coming up, and it's called creatingsuperkids.com.
Oh, yes, Becky.
Thank you. What I do is I actually have a program that gets nonverbal kids talking in 2 days. It gets better behavior, no more tantrums in under 2 weeks. Kids are reading potty trained in 2 weeks. And literally in under 3 months, kids are being pulled out of autism, ADHD, and some other things. So,
did you hear that? Like, so cool. Yes? Yes. Becky has big brownies to share. That sounds funny, but Becky has big brownies to share. She can pull your kid out of autism in 3 months. Okay?
Yeah, I'm actually a parent of 3 children. They all had unique needs. One of them, I have twin sons. They're now 20. One had autism, one had bipolar, and they're 20 and they're fabulous. They're out on their own. They're doing what they need to be doing. My daughter, at 20, was able to get her teaching certificate and bachelor's degree at 20. So it's pretty amazing. So I was a hairdresser. I owned a hair salon, and I was never going to have kids. And God gave me the gift of 3 kids with very special needs, which put me on my life passion now. So I'm able, I worked in public schools for about 8 years, and I decided, they were telling me, don't get nonverbal kids to talk because you're not a speech therapist, don't do that movement stuff, you're not a physical therapist. So I literally made the choice to get rid of the certainty of the salary, the benefits, retirement, everything, to buy my own school. So 2 years ago, I bought my own school, and I thought, wow, I have this wonderful, unique gift, and I have these children that I'm changing their lives in 1 to 3 months, and I thought everybody'd be knocking on my door. I sold my house, I sold my beautiful convertible Saab, I cashed in my retirement. 2 years later, I'm still struggling. I have a friend in Seattle, and all of a sudden she started doing fabulous stuff. I even signed up for her easing, and I was signing up for her classes, and I'm like, what'd you do? I need to know what you did. And she goes, just go to client attraction. And, by the way, this woman named Fabienne's having her last mastermind. You got to go. So I signed up that night. I called first.
My last workshop.
Yeah, her last workshop. Not even knowing who she was, but just knowing that this friend of mine was doing fabulous after struggling for like 5 years. And then it was everything I needed to hear. It's a system, and I'm very analytical and, special ed, a lot of data and stuff. So it made so much sense to me. And I asked my friend, well, what else did you do? And she goes, well, I signed up for Platinum. And I told Fabienne this later, but on my year goal in January of this last year, this was all just April that I went to this, so it's only been a few months. On my list of things to do for the years, I was going to join another coach has a Platinum, program as well. So I put join Platinum. But little did I know it was going to be Fabienne's Platinum. But it was I manifested it.
Whoever that was, I thank him or her, and I'm glad you didn't put him or his or her name.
And I've been telling everybody that I know from his or her about you. So I did. And where I was I have a school. I'm the only worker. I think I had to be a lone ranger. I was doing everything myself. I was working 12-hour days, 7 days a week, not seeing my family, not being able to even feed myself, not paying the rent of my school. I actually still owe $35,000 in back rent, but I've manifested something's going to happen today. I just know it. But so it's bills and it's all that stress, thinking I can't do this, I can't do this. Okay, so after Mastermind, or the workshop, I go home and do one step of Fabienne's system. I did my interview with, and I put it on my blog. The next day, 3 people call and sign up for my program. So within 3 days of coming home, I made $9,000. And then, so I'm like, whoa, this is great. This is easy. But then life happens, and I'm so thankful for this mindset retreat. And everybody needs to know, if you say, no, I'm not going to mindset, you are the people that need to be going to mindset. Because it's just amazing how our mindset holds us back. And And so I go to the first mastermind group, and I say what I do, and everybody's quiet, and I'm thinking, oh, this isn't the group for me. They don't know what to do for me. And Fabienne says, you're cute, but you need a media makeover. And so last Sunday, another mastermind person has a fabulous salon called Maximum, and in Boston, Massachusetts. And just Sunday, I had hair to my bottom that was blonde and curly. I just chopped my hair off.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I am taking a no excuses approach, because I know with Fabienne's systems, with this mastermind group, I'm going to be able to win the Nobel Prize with my information.
In 8 years.
In 8 years. 8 years. Yeah. So.
Becky,
Can I share one more thing?
Yeah.
Oh, mastermind. So she says to get a makeover. So I'm like, okay, I'll cut my hair. I'll do whatever it takes. And then she also said, you have to create a documentary. And then she said a few other things. And I'm like, a documentary? Oh my gosh, I don't even know anybody. I got some referrals and stuff, but nothing panned out. I put on, can I say,
What?
I put
on anything on.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
I put on Craigslist. I manifested this. I put on Craigslist, reality series starting in Seattle, breakthrough autism. And then I put all the stuff I need, financial backers, all this stuff. 3 days later, I get a call from a company in California saying, we're going to come up and visit your school. We're going to give you 2 hours. They come up to my school. They said, this is a no-brainer. Not only are we going to do a documentary, which actually starts filming at the end of September, we're going to turn it into a reality show. So. 3 days. 3 days. And I'm just like putting stuff out there, and it's just coming. So I figure every time Fabienne tells me to do something, if I would hurry up and do it, 3 days it will show up for me. So
I loved.
And I've just put my book in to be published.
Wow.
So.
It moves me to tears when I hear you take the steps to play such a bigger game. Because when I first met Becky, she was charging $15 an hour for her work. And
not getting it.
and not getting work. And Singapore?
I was supposed to go to Singapore. I will still go to Singapore. What I've learned through Fabienne is when you get an opportunity, you say yes and then figure it out. I have an opportunity to go to Singapore to work with a family for 1 month, $50,000. I said, I can't go. I have a school. It's totally full. And since I was still a Lone Ranger and didn't have anybody to work in my school with me, I said, let's wait and I will work with you in September. They took the 3 months to have other people talk them out of it and are now doing another program. But I know they will be back.
Yeah. So
I
what
know
we're
they
going
will
to
be
do
back.
is we're going to create a campaign.
Mm-hmm.
This is live coaching, right? We're going to create a drip campaign to bring them back. Okay?
They will be back.
Because their child is
Autistic.
Autistic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know what the proper word was.
Yeah.
And they will do and pay anything to make that happen. But so remember we talked today about you ask, it is given, and it is always given in the form of an opportunity. How about a $50,000 opportunity, right? Okay, so you say yes to it. And so to go from $15 an hour and not getting it to $50,000, that is huge. And that is Becky. We are reflecting in the Platinum Mastermind, we are reflecting back Becky's greatness to herself so she can see how big she's meant to play. Right? But for Becky, it's not really about the money.
No.
It really isn't, is it?
No.
But for you, it's in your
First
heart.
class, but not the money.
Yeah. yeah.
No, I know what it was like to go through being a mother with children with special needs and what it does to families. And I just don't want anybody to ever have to go through what I went through and what my kids had to go through. And it does. They don't have to be going through that.
Yeah, yeah. So, we've only been working together, 3 or 4 or 5 months, something like that?
April.
Yeah, April. May, actually.
Yeah, May.
Yeah.
And Mastermind started, June.
Yeah, and now your documentary, getting offers for $50,000 from just one family. And didn't they have another family that was interested
They
in?
have 3
Yeah,
other families.
so we need to have a call.
Yeah.
So, and then the reality show and everything. Do you think that Becky Blake is going to be splashing onto the scene very soon? Yes. What does the support of the mastermind mean to you?
It's everything. You work really, when you're an entrepreneur, you're in your office, you're doing everything you need to do, and you're by yourself. Friends go away, family kind of knows not to call because you're not calling them back. And it's just, and when I say the things that I can do and people are like, oh, whatever, you'll never do that. There's the friends and family just don't understand. And so when you're around like-minded people, it's like synergy. And it's neat to be able to see that mirror of yourself and other people and get that support and get those ideas. And I mean, look at these friends. I mean, nothing like up-leveling. I mean, beautiful people and beautiful friends. It's amazing, amazing.
Yeah. Give her a hand.